Candis Ryczkowski. Oh, I really hope I said your name right, Candis Ryczkowski, in a very special support role. Candis is one of our ESPs, an education support professional from the great state of Oklahoma. She is an IT administrator for Mustang Public Schools, and she is the lifeblood of interconnectivity for her district, making sure that all the technology and all the schools are up to what they should be. My expertise, as Becky knows, in technology ended with the Atari 800. So Candis, I know that you are in awe of me, and I know that I am not worthy to introduce you, but we have so many people. It does take a village to make sure those kids get what they need. And I know that you're here because you're a fierce advocate, not only for your fellow members, your ESPs, and your local, but I also know that you're working really hard to negotiate right now with your school district a livable wage for ESPs, and also for the safety supports for all school staff during this pandemic crisis. And I wanted everyone to hear your story. So I know everybody is giving a little round of applause and welcome to Candis from Oklahoma. Candis, welcome.
Thank you, Lily. I appreciate that. Thank you for your very kind introduction. As Lily said, my name is Candis Ryczkowski, and I'm a technology support supervisor at Mustang Public Schools in Oklahoma. And I'm a proud officer of our Mustang ESP local. You did say my name right, so thank you so much for that. I actually just left the negotiating table before this event started. You see that our governor in Oklahoma has required that all school districts in the state pay their support employees during the beginning of the pandemic. But now that window has closed, so now what? Our team is working to include MOUs that would help make up for the money stoppage. And we're pushing to create a pay guarantee agreement to support employees in our new contract. Because as COVID-19 has shown the whole country, us hourly employees have no protections at all if we're not working. But what happens if the outbreak gets worse? What if we can't return to school? Will the governor make pay guarantees again? Will we have to rely on the contract we're negotiating in any future support? If not, what will that mean for ESPs? Some of my colleagues will have to quit and find employment elsewhere. And these are my friends. They're people who have devoted their lives to our students, but now they might have to leave because they're living paycheck to paycheck. ESPs have always had to face hard work and hours with wages just above poverty level. Many of our support employees qualify for state assistance as their pay is so little. One paycheck could make the difference as to whether or not they might get to eat or have power, water, or even a home to continue to live in. On the other side of that coin, we have teacher assistants and paras that work in elementary schools. And currently, the children are encouraged, but not required to wear masks through 4th grade. Have you seen a group of 20 kids that young able to socially distance? One TA in particular has been talking to me about her elderly in-law that's living in her home. She's panicking over the fact that she could bring COVID home and therefore be held responsible for her in-law getting and perhaps not making it through this sickness. How could she live with that? So here we are, ESPs at the intersection of a false choice between having a roof over our heads, food to eat, or being forced into unsafe work conditions that could quite literally harm us and our families. I hate ending on such a sad note, but that's where we are. What gives me hope is that I know the bargaining team that I'm on and so many other members from the local to the national level are fighting tooth and nail to keep our educators and students safe from the biggest public school crisis in our lifetimes. If you want to take action to demand Congress does their job, we need you right now to text students. That number again, 48744. Call your senators. Tomorrow, they will send a reminder text with instructions on how to call your senators when their offices are open. Thank you so much, Lily. I appreciate this opportunity.
There, I think I got back. By the end of this pandemic, I will know how to unmute myself, but I'm still playing with it because I do know how to do it on an Atari 800. Yes, I know, Candice, you are really intimidated, and thank you for being on.